Hi there, I'm going to show you a game I just played. I like it because it embodies the spirit of attack with 1c4, which I am rapidly moving into so extensively, it's already become the case that it's all I play now. And I like it especially because I spent the first few months of this year playing computer chess only, where my style was sacrificial. So let's have a look. Um, I teach myself. I don't go according to opening theory. I can't tell you what that move signifies or what it's called. I've got no idea. Looks like a perk, but I haven't played e4, so or pit to pronounce it correctly. That is a pit, and it is the case that some people, they like a certain setup and they play it against everything. Okay, so I'm going to stick with my Botvinnik setup, clamping down on d5. You gotta stop that because you gotta play that first because f4 is coming. Excuse me. And you don't want stuff like queen b6, knight g4 coming, which is a bit uncomfortable. Excuse me. That move, I don't really see the point of it. The knight is very easily kicked. I didn't kick it. I just disregarded it. I did think about bishop e3, but I just want to play my usual thing. Yes, so this is one way, and I thought, let's experiment because, look, the position's relatively closed. Black has deployed his queen to the queen side and one of his knights. So he's kind of inviting me to attack on the king side. The purpose of g4, as you'll see, g3 is a good square for the knight. It can go to f5, h5, and I can expand on the king side. In my opinion, black has allowed me to do that. So knight g3 has to come here because I'm aiming to play g5 and we don't want black playing knight h5 g6. So knight g3 first. I don't see what that achieves really, but it does have some significance later in the game. Okay, so black's position doesn't look right to me. His queen is cut off from his king side, and I've got a strong attack coming. Bishop, queen, knight, and rook all have easy access to the king side, so I guess he's got to watch out, but the position is still closed. Yeah, okay. Don't think it achieves a great deal, but whatever. So I was contemplating playing queen h5 here, but I didn't want g6 coming, so I played g6 myself. Takes. In my limited understanding, black really ought to play something like h6 or stop the king side opening up further. So he took. I wasn't expecting it because I thought, well, he's not going to do that, surely. Because I thought queen g4 is too strong, which I played. I wasn't really expecting that at all. And I had to stop and think because it's one of those moves that just looks bad to me, but you've got to work out why. So I just took anyway, hoping that he might capture with a c pawn and I get d5 for my knight. Didn't happen, not an issue at all. So next tactic, is based on his weakened king position. Okay, welcome to the D-pawn. I got bigger threats coming. That being one of them. Obviously, king takes h6 is not a good move because, from what I understand, checkmate still ends the game. Yes, which will come via queen h4, obviously. Pawn takes bishop is not obviously possible. And I'm lining up some pressure on the king side. Yeah. Okay. So, what does he do? Queen check. Got to be a little bit careful. Don't want to play king h1 king h1, seeing as I prefer to keep my queen on the board rather than exchange it for a knight, or lose it to a knight rather. That I was fully expecting. Quite alright. Yes. So obviously, my threats are rather serious now, but not winning, not at all. But I was quite happy with the position. I'm offering up pieces, and then now I decide to sack the exchange, which I think king g8 is weak because, to me, this move is just clearly winning. But I haven't run it through the computers, and I'm by no means an expert, so I may well be wrong there. But I like the fact that I'm going for it. So takes. What should black play here? Well, he's got to be a little bit careful. King h7 I don't think can be played. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this move is better than I realised. Maybe rook e6 is probably his only saving move. I'm not sure. So he takes my bishop. I just don't understand it. Takes. Maybe I didn't play the best moves, but I carry on with my attack nonetheless. Check again. Knight f5. Maybe repeating with knight h5 was a bit better. Maybe I'm not sure. It's only a 10-minute game, and I was already low on time. I'm not entirely sure, but I thought after takes, I can get the e4 square for my bishop and push the f pawn with devastating consequences. The rook can come to g1. I thought it's pretty good, but admittedly, I wasn't expecting him to play, even though it's rather obvious. So I had other options, but I thought this was best. If he plays knight takes g2, I was planning to recapture with the king, and then okay. I've got other options. I was thinking that I would play rook g1 after that. Okay, so in comes rook f8. I think it's a mistake, but I'm not entirely sure. He really should not have allowed my knight to come into e4, because it's strong, I think he should have played d5 instead of rook f8. And then he may well be winning. I mean, it's quite a sharp position. So now my knight's coming in. Obviously it wants to capture on d6 if possible. F6 is rather devastational, but black still could play actively and still has chances himself. Now comes d5. Yeah, so I was getting very low on time here. As you can see, it says that I'm down to a minute, and for this kind of position, you need a bit more time than that. Um, so so yeah, probably my, I'm not entirely sure, but probably my best move was knight g5. Um, and then as far as I can see, queen h4 is very nasty indeed. But I didn't play that. I pushed on, and yeah, here I, I was getting super low on time. So super low. Yeah, alarm bells were starting to ring. Um, this position's got very sharp indeed. But I haven't run it through the engine, so I can't tell you what was best. Is knight g4 still very strong? I don't think so, because okay, knight g4, rook takes f6, queen h4, it's easily snuffed out. I don't really think it works. So very short on time. You can see that when I captured the bishop, I've only got 21 seconds left. He made a mistake here. That is without doubt a mistake. He was low on time too. He really should have taken my knight. But we were both so low on time. Is knight f6 an obvious riposte? Perhaps. I was too short on time to be sure. Instead, I played knight g5. What was I considering playing after that? I think it would have been rook f1 or rook g1. Probably rook f1. Instead, he played the very nice queen f2 with threats of his own. I like that move very much because that was the end of the game. So, I like it that I'm playing one c4, which is sometimes denigrated as being quiet and positional and so on. And I'm playing it to gain attacking setups and attacking. And in this case, okay, you could say that my opponent's setup wasn't brilliant, but I kept the attack going and it won me the game. Not brilliant chess, but the spirit I played with was something I'm happy with.